So Marvel Rivals has been out for about 4 days now, and I've been having a lot of fun playing all my favorite villains, all my favorite heroes, and just enjoying the various roles and skills that it takes to play the game. But I caught myself wondering the other day, what heroes I would like to see join Marvel Rivals and what role I think they should play. So, I'm going to give you guys my top 5 picks for the Vanguard role. Let's get into it. At my number 5 pick, I picked Thanos. I think Thanos would be a great addition to the Vanguard role. I just worry that his move pool would be similar to Thor's. Tiny engage, high sustain, low mobility, the ability to knock enemy heroes around, but just not having a big impact on the game. So he sits at number 5. At my number 4 pick, I have the man with the horn, the big bully from the Spider-Verse himself, Rhino. Admittedly, Rhino's on this list because I think a lot of cool skins can be done with Rhino. You can do the mech suit from the Amazing Spider-Man or the old Rhino skin suit. I just think there's a lot to be done with the realm of cosmetics with him. Now, that's not to say that he couldn't have a cool move pool. Something I think the Vanguard role lacks is a real powerful engage hero. Yeah, you have Cap, yeah, you have Hulk, but give me a true bruiser to push straight in and start beating down. While Rhino could be this champ, I think there is one other that could do better. And that brings us to number 3, Juggernaut. Picture this, you're holding the point, your team is feeling confident, the enemy team hasn't been able to break your defense. When out of nowhere, this behemoth comes charging in, knocking your teammates in the air and just decimating your team. Jug would be the perfect rush your opponents and kick ass type hero. I also think his moves would probably be really sweet. Now, my number 2 pick might be a little controversial. I could see this character being a duelist, but I really think he would thrive in the Vanguard role. So number 2, I've picked Cable. I think Cable would be great because I think we need another ranged Vanguard. The only real ranged Vanguard we have is Penny Parker. I love her. I think she's very versatile, she's great on defense, and she can hold down a point like no other. This is where I think Cable could shine. Giving us a ranged character with some sustain would absolutely help on the offensive push with tanks. Too many times have I been gunned down by a Punisher or Star-Lord or any of the other ranged characters. Plus, Marvel could do some really cool things with his psionic abilities, like a disrupt or a knockback. While if he does join the roster, he will probably be a duelist. I think Cable would thrive and be amazing in the Vanguard role. So if you guys have made it this far, it means you're enjoying the video. So if you could like and subscribe, it would mean a lot to an aspiring content creator like myself. Anyway, let's get back to my number 1 pick. My number 1 pick mostly comes from nostalgia, just because I was a huge fan of this hero as a kid. And that number 1 pick is Colossus. There's just so much you could do with him. He's super strong, he can harden himself and make himself invulnerable. One of his moves could be a throw that gets enemies off site or off the payload. You could give him a leap that when he lands he does a seismic knockback. His ult could be him hardening himself and thus giving him invulnerability for a short period of time, giving your team time to get back to the site or back to the payload. Anyway guys, those are my top 5 picks for heroes that I think should join Marvel Rivals in the Vanguard role. Comment down below, tell me who your top 5 picks are. I'll catch you in the next one.